Not because I'm hungry, because my brain's been trained up. When I feel this way, here's where I go. If I'm tired, here's where I go. Now we laugh. I mean, my thing is fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't. My first place isn't porn. It isn't a sexual sin. Praise God, He's helped to retrain my brain, but He hadn't healed me from that chicken thing. I'm just saying. And I'm not saying that because moaning. I'm just serious. My fried chicken growing up was it in my house, and that's how I got my wife, by the way. She met me, I was frying chicken, and she said, a man could cook like this, I got to stick around for it. That's what she said. So that's still in the play.
The restaurant my dad owned, if you've ever been to Virginia Beach, you had to pass by it. In Pocomoke is where I actually live, and it was a place called Trader's. It was like a family chicken, ribs, and barbecue joint. And so chicken is, like when I die, they're going to be like, this joker had chicken DNA. I've ever seen this chicken. Popeyes. Man. Distracted. I'm hungry now. So let's backtrack with the fact that I believe that I was inadequate because my mom left. That led to what I did. Okay? So if I felt I was inadequate, that would lead to these things to make me feel better, those coping behaviors. Now, these are the ones when we think about someone who's doing something they shouldn't do, we think of drugs, we think of alcohol, we think of sex, adultery, you know, nowadays with this population, gaming, Xbox, those things, temporary things that provide comfort, and they do work temporarily. What we don't think about, oh man, I might need your clicker, Rob, this thing's too fast. Controlling, overworking, eating. Now, I always make this little comparison. Sin is sin. And what are Christians really good at doing after church on Sunday? Eating it up. So I would say that I believe that homosexuality is a sin. I believe overeating is a sin. Okay? And I don't think there's difference in consequences of those two, but they're still sin. And we need to look at those the same. And one of the things we need to look at is not just the sin, but where did it come from and how to help. And one hot topic is Christianity versus homosexuality. And I will tell you today, as a guy who counsels a lot of people that wrestle with homosexuality, most Christians have no idea where it comes from and no idea how to help. Right. And my theory would be, until you know one of those two, stop. Because you're not doing nothing but doing more damage and making us look worse. Okay? So they're both things that temporarily provide comfort. Now, what happens here, this is a cycle, is we start doing something. We're about here at the bottom line here, and we do something that makes us feel great. Taking us up to here. But we come down. Lower than where we started. Except we don't know that. So we do it again.
But let me say one thing. Especially if our coping mechanism is shameful. Because we start up and it makes us feel good, but then we feel bad because we did it. And if you're Christian, it sends you lower.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The shame is greater.
That's true.
So you just keep going down.
Good. Oh,
and now, imagine if this screen was big enough, where would this thing lead to?
Yeah. Right.
Death.
That's true.
Regardless of what it is. And we don't know that. And I have a friend of mine who's he's on, or was on, pills, Percocet, Oxycontin, that's a big thing, opiates. And he was doing a lot. And I said to him one day, man, you must be high. You be doing all that? And he said, man, I do it just to maintain. And so that's the slow decline of this. And now we can see that very vividly with drugs, because you can see a person who's a drug addict decline.
Right.
We don't see it when it comes to sexuals, because we're keeping it in. We don't see where the mind